You're listening to True Lies Podcast. This is a storytelling podcast. We recommend you listen to it in sequence.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
It has been too long since you have let me come through, little one. I have missed you. I am aware of where I am and those who will be listening to this channel through you. I would like to bring to you a message that is similar but different from others you have been given before about some basic truths and perhaps even some deceptions of the old energy. All of you have come from this planet, the civilization of the time every single one of you has experienced what your parents have told you, what other relatives have told you, and you have received instructions. But more than that, you have received concepts and sometimes habits. I want to tell you again that everything I speak of now is moving from the darkness to the light, to resetting and reframing that which is you. Some of the things that I talk about are knee-jerk reactions that are intuitive to you, but you do it because you have always done it. And I am going to tell you that is a pitfall. The solution to getting around it is not that difficult at all, if you wish. There are so many things happening right now that you learned a certain way, but are different now than they were then. Let me continue. These things are very personal. They are not necessarily for the planet. More, they are for you. They are for the ones who are listening now and for the ones that will listen in the future. All of these are given with total compassion and honor for the struggle it takes going from one paradigm to another. I want to start with honoring the human being and all that you are. All of you listening now, this is an empowering message. They all are. I'm going to start with one. What is your thought and your teaching on things which would seem competitive? Part of what you think is competitive, you call life. To have the right job, the right place to live, how you are seen, what happens if you don't do the right thing. This comes from the energy of teaching right from those you love. Now I'm going to give you a postulate, dear ones. Whereas you might have seen a system of winning and losing, the new paradigm for your life is not that at all. Perhaps you have been taught that for every winner, there must be a loser. That emulates our political system. Winner takes all, every single time. And you filter this down to your life and it would seem the same. Winner take all. You either win it or you lose it. Dear friends, it is time to start reframing that. I want you to say this. I want you to mean this when you are in trouble, perhaps, and when you think in these terms, I will tell you something that no one has ever said to you before. There is enough for everyone. There is enough for everyone. There is enough love. There is enough abundance. There is enough food. In this civilization where you are with your abilities to manifest, the wisdom that you have as an old soul for what you have gone through, and that's who I speak to. I speak now to old souls. There is enough for everyone. There is an old adage that says if one accelerates, the other won't. It's something about the fact that there is somehow limited abundance, or limited success, or limited money. That is old paradigm. It is a deception of an old energy. For you and your lives, it is not win and lose. It is win and win. This may be difficult for you to understand. I am asking you to change the paradigm of your thoughts in everyday life. When you see things, there is no winner or loser. There is enough for everyone. Sometimes there would be those that would tell you there is not enough for everyone, and that there will have to be some that will suffer for others to have what they need. This is an old paradigm that has to do with linear things. It is not esoteric. It has nothing to do with the love of God or the goddess. Your experience, it has nothing to do with that which you are trying to do, which is to accelerate into higher consciousness. And all of you have that ability. There will be no losers in this. There will not be some who will accelerate and rob energy so that others cannot accelerate. This is an old paradigm. That is lesson number 1. I have 4 more. Are you going to tune in for number 2? Have I caught your attention, Dr. LaRue?
You're listening to a True Lies podcast, starring Valerie Hope McMahon.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
This witch doesn't burn, especially when on fire. This I do for all the women on fire. Thank you for inspiring me to brazenly invade the world of light. You may still wear your gowns of flames, but those same flames, darlings, they run through my veins. For all of the princesses and all of the damsels, for all of the queens that have rescued themselves time and time and time again, I am in awe of you. I am. Life is not a fairy tale. It's a witch hunt. Only there are no witches. There is no witch hunt. There are no match boys. There are no more burnings. There is no fiery revolution. There are only women who fight against this man-made structure that has long overstayed its welcome. Face your fears, Valerie. Write them down. Take your power back. That's what you told me. So I picked up my pen again, as if for the first time. I traced my way over and through these open wounds until the ink-filled map led me to the very ones who started this. So, I took a deep breath and I conjured up a storm all my own. Tell me something, would you? Haven't you ever wished you could dance in the ashes of everyone who ever doubted your worth and scoffed at your words? Shh. It's okay, darlings. I won't tell. What do you think would happen if they threw their matches, but the pastor-prayed witch simply refused to catch? Or when you throw your stones, but the adultery-accused wife refused to bleed? Or what if you throw your angry fist again, but your truth-talking girlfriend simply refused to bruise? Over the span of centuries, animals have evolved to survive their surroundings. So, what happens when women finally learn to throw back? They do not even know what's coming. How cute. I'm not afraid of them. No. They should be afraid of me, of us. For I give power to anything I fancy. But I may also take it away again, just like that. The choice is entirely mine. They simply want to end us before we end them. We are their best kept secret. The power lies within. I'm afraid I must confess, I inherited my mother's rage and the mother rage that came before her, and all the mother rage that raced down every tangled branch of my family tree. Nothing can extinguish me. To everyone that said my grandmother had a wee bit of witch in her, she's got nothing on me, and I have only just begun. The ground, it ignites everywhere my feet come down. Careful, the very same thing could happen to you. Whew. Sometimes destruction is beautiful. This is a long overdue love letter to each and every woman who walked through these fields before me and made the path soft enough for me to walk through and get to the other side that they could never reach. For that, I owe them so much. But I owe myself some things too. There exists a fine line between being selfish and being selfless, and most days I cannot tell which side I am on, and most days I don't care. There are just some things that I must do for me. Why, yes, I am the girl with the arsonist heart that all your fathers warned you about. And once one tree catches, it's not long before the whole forest lights up. And I don't even care who gets hurt. Gods, I hope I terrify you. Keep an eye out for those quietly reckless, dark-haired women. You know, you cannot hold back a wildfire, don't you? Sometimes women bleed. Sometimes we don't. But we cannot be easily divided up into boxes wrapped in pink lace and ribbon. Every woman is authentic. Yet women are considered to be possessions before we are ever considered to be human beings. And if our doors are kicked in by wicked men, then we are deemed worthless, foreclosed, never sold. So we move out of our neighborhoods and we make homes with our sisters. And we lock those doors and we eat those keys. And we learn to sense the danger just by catching another woman's eye from across the room. Safety has never been our privilege. We learn how to keep the girls safe from the sharp talons of the old sleepy-eyed bedroom dragons. And when we aren't quick enough, we know just what we have to do. We walk through the roaring blaze and swim across the miles of moats. And we climb the glittering tower, and we make the beast beg for our mercy, for they are predators. We finally refuse to be seen as bodies crafted for men's consumption. We set the clouds ablaze to sway them and show them that we could wonderfully coexist. But they chose to take that as a threat. And they have never fully forgiven us for claiming the portion of the sky that was always rightfully ours. When our abilities became too much, they tried to shut us away in the dark without even so much as a candle to guide us out. Little did they know that our woman rage fire would light our path home just fine. I am my own lighthouse. They have tried to steal my light, and they will yours too. They will try to steal it and use it as a weapon against you. But here, darlings, is a beautiful piece of news. They don't have the patience to control it like we do. I can't seem to recall agreeing to be a casualty of these man-made disasters, because I didn't. Neither did you. Well, it's nice to meet you too, Dr. LaRue. Until next time.
Follow on Instagram at Valerie Says. I don't want to hear it.com.
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try it. If you need help,